Good morning, KNDMS team and family. My name is Jeremy Mullet, your Assistant Principal of Instruction, and this is your Friday Community Update. And this concludes our final full week of January. That's right, folks. Going into next week, we are actually starting a brand new month, and that is February. So keep an eye out, Kipsters, for how we're going to be celebrating Black History Month, which happens the whole month of February. Some exciting stuff coming down the line there. But before we jump ahead, let's stick to this week, and let's start this community update with independent reading with Miss Hudson.
Hello, families and kiddos. This is Miss Hudson here with your friendly weekly reminder around independent reading. Kiddos, continue to show up to advisory ready to read for 20 minutes, engaging in a book that you are really interested in. Families, I also want to thank you for your continued support around building investment in independent reading with your kids by asking them questions about what they're reading, why they're reading it, what's interesting about it, so on and so forth. We are about 3 to 4 weeks into our third quarter. So right now, students, you should be at least at 18% progress for your words read goal. We're also shooting and aiming for 100% of you students to take an accelerated reader quiz. We are at 74%, so we're almost there. Reminder, whenever you finish a book, you need to log into Clever, go to the Renaissance app, and then click on Accelerated Reader to take the reading quiz. Because what that'll do is it'll help build your progress towards your words read goal. Which, by the way, to those of you who have met your January goal, be on the lookout for your incentive here coming soon. Thank you all, and you have a fantastic day.
Thank you, Ms. Hudson. Kipsters, 74% of you have taken and passed an AR quiz. That is incredible growth. Thank you. For those 26% who are still waiting to take an AR quiz, what are you waiting for? You've read a lot of books. We know you have because you've been in ELA class. Please, just take the AR quiz on the ELA book you've read. We want to get to 100%. We want all of our Kipsters to have that accomplishment of knowing you have read and understood an entire book. So please do it. Next up, let's turn it over for our academic update with a brand new face.
Hello, how are you guys doing? I hope you're having a good Friday. The weekend's here. I'm so excited. I'm going to try to go outside this weekend, but I heard we got some snow coming in, so who knows. But hello, I'm Mr. Acevedo. I'll be the new social studies teacher for 6th grade. A little bit about me. I do come from another KIPP school, so I'm very familiar how did things go in here. So I'm very excited to get to know you guys on a personal level. I love soccer. I was a soccer coach there, so if any of you guys want to play some soccer, please let me know. I'm a big car guy. I speak Spanish too. I lived in a lot of countries, but you guys will get to know me more here in a few weeks. I'll be in the classroom on Monday, and you'll see me on the hallways. If you have any questions, you just want to know anything about me, just be like, hey, Mr. A, so-and-so, so-and-so. I'm always here to help. So yeah, just come on by and say hi to me. I'm very excited to get to know you guys. Enjoy your weekend.
Kipsters, we are so excited to welcome Mr. A to the team. And 6th grade social studies is going to be awesome with him as your teacher. So look forward to some sweet stuff going on there. Next up, let's turn it over to the Culture Corner with Mr. Valle.
Happy Friday, team and family and Kipsters. We made it through another full week. Today for our Culture Corner, I want to spend a few minutes talking about some current trends that we're seeing and noticing across grade levels around behavior and expectations of our classrooms. Families, please take a minute to ask your students if they're engaging in these behaviors in the classroom. And if they aren't, what are they doing to support the classroom in fixing some of those trends that I'm about to share with you? And also, how is that impacting their own learning on themselves and others in the classroom when these behaviors are showing up? So one of the trends that we're noticing is a lot of talking when the teacher's trying to teach. One thing we're going to be pushing is the idea of one voice in the classroom so that all students can learn from one another and our teachers. Another trend that we're seeing is some minimal effort on our classwork. It almost feels like at times when some of our students are feeling challenged that they're quitting. Please talk to your child to see if that is something that they're experiencing as well. And the third that I want to talk to you about is physical and nonverbal boundaries with one another. We are experiencing a lot of moments with friends, crossing boundaries with one another and getting hurt. That's physically and that's emotionally as well by the words that we're using with one another. So please, team and family, take a minute, have these conversations at home. And if you have any questions or want updates on how your student is doing in any particular class, please check out the school website to determine which teachers you need to check in with to see how your student is doing. And then, of course, your culture team is always available to check in as well, Mr. Valet, Mr. Johnson, and Ms. Moore. Everybody have a wonderful Friday, and we'll see you back on Monday.
Thank you, Mr. Valet. And Kipsters, please do what you need to do while you're in this building. You're here to learn. That's your primary focus. And I will bet all of these families agree with me. That's why you send your student to our school, so that they can learn the most possible in the short 4 years that they are here. Kipsters, please engage in the right kind of behaviors. Persevere when the work is difficult. Through the struggle is where you get to that learning. So please persevere. Don't quit after the first 2 seconds of a struggle. You can do this. We believe in you, and we're all here to help you. Remember, we are all on your team on this. Now, speaking of teams, let's turn it over for an athletic update with Mr. G.
What's up, Kipsters? This is Mr. G here with your Kip Northeast Middle School athletic update. We have our first boys basketball game on Monday. We have the A and the B team both rolling out. It's going to be awesome. Come after school. The first game is going to be at 4:30. The B team game is going to be at 6:30. Stick around. Support the boys as they start their season at home in the gym. It's going to be awesome. That's the only update I have. It's boys basketball season. Hope to see you there on Monday.
Thank you, Mr. G, and I am stoked for basketball season to start, and it's starting so soon this Monday. Now, speaking of dates, let's go into this week's segment of Get Out Your Calendar. First thing to throw on your calendar is that basketball game. It is on Monday, January 30th. It is right after school, and it is in our gym. It's one of the few home games we're going to have this year, so let's fill our gym. We got a lot of seats. Now we just need a lot of people to fill them. Next up, the 31st. This is when our access testing window closes. So families, we are trying like crazy to get all of our students access tested. Please, if your student is an MLL, meaning they are a multi-language learner and in an ELD class, talk to them, ask them if they have completed their access test and how they're going to get that done. Next, we've got a whole lot of no schools. We've mentioned this in previous weeks, but I just want to name these dates again so no one is surprised. We've got no school, February 10th. That's a PD day, so staff will be here, but no students. February 13th, that's another staff PD day, so staff will be here, students will not. Then on the 20th, February 20th, it's President's Day, no school. That's right, we're talking back-to-back 4-day weeks. It's going to be kind of awesome. Next up, we've got the spring break from March 27th through March 30th. That's the last week of March. That's our spring break, no school. Followed by the 31st, which is the Cesar Chavez holiday, no school again. And then I got one more thrown on there. That's April 3rd. It's a staff PD day, so staff will be here. Students will not. Those are all the days we do not have school. Make sure those are on your calendars, families, so that your students have something to do, somewhere to be during those days when they're not going to be at school. Last thing I want to point out, this is March 24th. This is the same day that our quarter 3 ends, and it's the day for our family conferences. Keep an eye out for more information on how to sign up for those conferences as we go later into this quarter. And that is all I've got for this week's Get Out Your Calendar. Finally, no community update is complete without the celebration of our students who have earned the most Ganas this week. Congratulations to these Kipsters. Thank you all so much for joining in on this week's community update. I hope you have a fantastic weekend, and I will see you on Monday.